welcome to Extended Play from the Classic Gaming Expo in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Kate Patello.
And I'm Adam Fessler. Now, this is one of your best opportunities to catch up on some very old and rare video games. And just looking around, it reminds you that it wasn't all that long ago that controlling a cursor and a stick in a game of Pong was the height of gaming cool.
Yeah, now obviously we've come a long way since then, but you know, no matter how much you soup up the graphics and the sound, it's all about one thing: fun. In Las Vegas, classic gaming traditionally looks like this. But here at the Classic Gaming Expo, it looks more like this. Every year, hundreds of enthusiasts get together to immerse themselves in rather non-immersive games. While grooving to the beat of a saran-wrap-clad band called 8-Bit Weapon, fans peruse some of their favorite old games.
My favorite classic game is Walkthrough. Joe.
Reactor.
Space Age.
Miss Pac-Man.
Some came to compete.
I have the world record for Gorf at 653,000 points, but I have flipped a million on it, so I'm going to try to replicate that today.
It's a very competitive environment, which is one of the benchmarks of old classic gaming. It's high score based, so it's highly competitive, and people are constantly trying to improve their skills. The holy grail of grails in video game playing, and this classic gaming, is getting the first million points on Ms. Pac-Man. And when someone starts getting close to one of these incredible benchmarks, the rest of the entire hobby does pay attention and are indeed impressed.
While the arcades were full, a museum area displayed consoles from another lifetime. There were Ataris, Intellivisions, ColecoVisions, and even an Odyssey, first ever video game console. We heard lots of reasons why these fans prefer the old school.
The games today are just really fast-paced, and you have to, sometimes it takes you a month just to read the manual, and sometimes it's too complicated.
I like the older games better because most of them are less violent than the newer games. To me, a lot more fun.
Once you get those big dots, you get to try to get the bad guys.
It seems like the big movie productions now, they're not actual games anymore. There's no gameplay anymore.
Vendors lined the hall talking everything from old games to, well, old stuff. And people were buying.
We grew up with these video games. We used to put quarters in them. We didn't have PlayStation. We didn't have Sega and all the rest of those. So now we put them in our houses beside the pool table, and we've got friends over and having a get-together, and we all play pool and video games at the same time.
So they want to get a part of their teenage years back, so they buy a game from us.
Whether buying, trading, or playing, classic gamers spent this weekend living in the past and loving it.
It's all part of a big phenomenon that is really indicative of this new growing hobby that's going to be as big as baseball card collecting or stamp collecting or who knows what.
And while you can earn points in Dragon